Look, man, I'm gonna just keep it real. I fell asleep to this Freddie Gibbs album twice. The flow got no aura to it. His voice sounds like how a cigar store smells. Like I just can't. The voice, I just can't do it. And I like raspy voices. I like different voices, but his voice, I don't know. It just has this cigar smoker sound to it. I'm just not liking it, right? Bro don't like the hoes. We get it, but he's always sleeping with them. You know, I get it. You know, he rapped better than everybody else. He was in the kitchen water whipping in '03 or some weird year. You get what I'm saying? He's surprised he made it out the cell. He's still surprised he made it out the cell. Right. He always about to do something. He always, if you listen to his right, I'm about to, and I'm a show y'all. He says that a lot. When you gonna do it? When you gonna catch up to academics? When you gonna catch up to Benny and the people that jumped you in my when? You get, it's boring, and I feel as though people are obsessed with this new flow, and they think this is the pure hip hop flow, and it's a snooze fest, right? And listen, we just came off the Clips album, and I'm comfortable with the subject matter, and I'm comfortable with a subject matter that is the same, right? Because this is the same. I've listened to a lot of Freddie's projects. Now, I am a Benny fan. I do prefer Benny, man. Stabbed and Shot 2, amazing. I like 38 Special. I like Benny. It took me a while to like those guys because sometimes the subject matter is the same, right? But when you start listening to the 38 Specials, when you start listening to the Bennys, and when you start even listening to the Conways, right? You start listening to these Griselda guys and that camp, they're doing it differently. Like even Stole God Cooks being on, you know, the Clips album, Let God Sort Them Out. It's different, right? There's duality there. Everybody here coke raps, but the first song has nothing to do with drugs. There was only one thing mentioned about drugs on that first song, and that was his dad finding the bass in the cupboard, right? Like, dang, I gave you everything, but still somehow you still went to the streets, right? It was a nuance to it. It was something to bring out of it other than just I'm fucking these hoes. I don't like these hoes. These hoes are this. These hoes are that. Da, right? It's the same thing, bro. It's boring, and I just can't get jiggy with it. And this is no disrespect to Freddie. I'm trying to give it a shot, but I'm not hearing anything new, right? I'm hearing the same old subject matter. Everybody just keep complaining about subject matter, but we get Alchemist on it, and now we're gonna look past the same subject matter that everybody else is talking about, right? You hear him talking about his shooters, you hear him talking about hoes. I'd rather be pimps. You listen to this music, and there's nothing there, right? If I'm gonna want to vibe to this, I would rather go back to that Larry June project. I'm not gonna lie. This whole Mike, Larry June, slower flow, it's not for me. This not for me. And I feel as though Freddie Gibbs is in between that and maybe Griselda, which is a little bit more street, of course, obviously with subject matter. But when it comes down to it, it's just not, it's boring. Like I've heard these same concepts and these same subjects done before. I've heard even some of the same words, right? Like, and these lemon pepper steppers, she going, like, it's like some of the stuff. JID was on this. He kind of did something a little bit different, but these beats are boring. Obviously, that's the more style of like that flow. But, and that's no disrespect to Alchemist. It's just what Freddie did on there. Nothing separated itself. No lyrics, no nothing. And every time I heard it in the background, all I heard was effing and bitches and these hoes. And I'm surprised I made it out the cell, right? These same talking points and topics that he's been talking about forever. And it's not done cleverly. I've heard this before. Now everybody's loving it, but this is just my opinion. And it's not because I like Benny better or I'm a Benny the Butcher fan. I really didn't even know why they was beefing and none of that. I've heard Freddie Gibbs before I heard anything, any beef between them. I saw the DJ Academics beef with Freddie more so than I saw the beef with Benny. I kind of caught it after and looked up it after. But even with that being said, it's like you ain't catch up with them yet. Like you still I'm about to. He's always whipping work in some weird year. He was doing something in '07. He was, it's just like, I'm not getting anything, like, it's not clever to me. It's not different. And I think people are getting obsessed with like music just being new, but like not giving you new concepts and new ideas. And I was just telling Russ this, the problem with lyrics losing its meaning and losing its luster. And I wasn't talking to Russ. I tweeted at him, whatever. One day that tweet might be looked back and be like, dang, we should have had a conversation, but whatever. But I tweeted at him and saying lyrics lost its luster and lost its lore and lost its meaning once people started saying that you can be a ghostwriter, right? So for me, right, basically saying that ghostwriters can have credibility and still be the king, right? Like, yo, that it's cool, ghostwriters, but you're still allowing this person to be king. That's when people literally stopped listen to lyrics. When everybody started to cop pleas for certain artists that weren't writing their lyrics. And as a Kanye fan, you could say that as well. You know, it's not just going to go to one person. So if we're really having a conversation, the lyrics lost its meaning. So I'm looking at how you deliver it. I'm looking at the way you deliver it and why you're delivering it, right? I don't care about Freddie Gibbs' why. He's not explaining it to me, right? I care about the Clipses' why, because now they're telling me their mom passed, their dad passed, and the nuances of how it happened. And it almost seemed like they knew. And then you get to the end where by the grace of God, and you start hearing these things, right? And it's like, it's first of all, the production is different. Every song sounds different. It gives you something different. This sounds like one run-on sentence. Freddie Gibbs raps like one run-on sentence. And don't get me wrong, I did like his flow on the Kanye song. Right, I think it was Vultures 1 versus 2. Vultures 1, but even still, it's like it's still like a run-on sentence. And then it's like he doesn't do it for me. And this is not no swap, right? Like, I came faceless today because I didn't want it to be about me and my face. It's just how I feel. I'm just a music listener, right? I don't know why people put merit into anything I say, right? Because I never was that way. If I'm watching something, if I'm watching a YouTube video, right, it was more than likely was going to be Company Man, right? I watch The Breakfast Club for interviews, but usually when it comes to my music, I'm not watching Anthony Fantano to give me a rating on it, right? Same thing with video games. I'm not watching, like, IGN can give anything whatever they want. If I'm interested in that video game, I'm gonna go get interested in that video game, because for me, I know what I'm getting into, right? Like, if, like, let's say one of my favorite video games, well, actually all of the video games I like are pretty high rated, but right now I'm not really liking 3 and 4. I'm not liking Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4. I love 1 and 2. You know what I'm saying? But I like 3 and 4 knowing what I'm getting to, because it's more extra boards and things like that. You get what I'm saying? I just don't like the remake of it, right? So I know regardless if I don't like the remake or not, I'm going to buy this game, right? So when I go to other people's content, I'm not looking to agree or disagree. I'm just looking to hear their opinion, right? And then I give my opinion. But most of the time, bro, I'm just talking, and I'm not rocking with this. I'm not rocking with it, yo. There's nothing here that stands out to me. It sounds like if I was on a yacht, if I was vibing, which I live by the beach, I'm by the water, so oftentimes I could go to a lake. It's a pond right back in the back of my house right now with a gate in it, right? If you really want to get that vibe of some foreign shit, bro, I can go right back in my yard, and it's some fish, and it's a nice little pond with some shade, with some palm trees. I live in a very nice community, right? Cool. And I live in a very cool area of South Carolina where people come here to vacation. I live in a vacation area, right? So I'm always feeling that vibe of laid back. Man, I just had to seal my sunroof because it was water leaking, and I ain't gonna lie, that kind of pissed me off, because that creates a vibe as well when you get that sunroof. And I live by when it's always nice weather. So a lot of this music, I like it, but it just don't resonate with, it just don't stick to me. Let me just say that. It don't stick with me. So nothing here from this Freddie album stuck to me. And it's the same subject matter. It's the same subject matter. People try to act like it ain't, but it's the same freaking subject matter. This man's voice it just don't work. Like, I be trying to, like Lemon Pepper Steppers, don't get me wrong. All 14 tracks are not completely trash. Throw them out the window. 1995 Lemon Pepper Steppers, I can get with. And Empanadas. 1, 2, 3 songs. And maybe Shangri-La, 4 songs, right? Out of 14, everything else, nothing stood out to me. Nothing stood out to me, right? And of course, this is how Freddie Gibbs' album sounds, but for it to be a part 2 or something that I didn't even really like part 1 of, it's like, yeah, it's just, you know what I mean? That's just, it's an ad to me. But, it's all about what you think. Like I said, this is Faceless Read My Soul today. And I'm just not rocking with Alfredo too. Freddie Gibbs raps like a run-on sentence, and I just never catch it, and I never get into it. And even as a person who sometimes likes to put music that sounds like this on now, like all of these beats, for one, as a person who does art itself, I'm a flow person. I love doing different flows. I love doing down south flow, West Coast flow, New York flow, all of that mixed together, which is really how I rap, mixing everything together, right? But as a person who likes to like flow on these beats, Like, I would put all of these beats on in the background and be good. But like, I would put on this music in the background and all I would hear is just vulgar, the same subject matter. That was, like when you just vibing, when you just chilling. And I don't know, man. It's not for me. It may be for you, but this Alfredo 2 is not for me. I'm giving this like a 5 out of 10. Straight up. It's nothing different. If you could tell me something that he said that was unique and different here, even like a bar that was like, damn, like gave you that face, that gave you that face, let me know in the comment section. I really don't have it. Out of 14 songs, I'm taking 4 with me. So what's the percentage on that? Out of 14 songs, we're gonna do it right here live, because I ain't no math wizard now. I ain't no math wizard. Okay, hold on. That's like a 28%. God damn, that's like a 30% right there. Like 30%, man. I'm just not rocking with it. That's just me personally. If it's for you, it's for you. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Comment, like, subscribe, ring that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I release a video. Donate to that Cash App right there. I ain't gonna lie, I did this. This is a little lazy. I wouldn't say lazy, but man, you know how hard it is to be editing and doing all that sometimes. I'm just gonna let this go raw. Freddie Gibbs, Alchemist, Alfredo 2, Alchemist, yo, thumbs up. But I give it like a 30%, bro. Like a 30%, a 4 out of 14. That's not good in my personal opinion. But you may think differently. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Holla at me. Peace.